I guess the simpler question would be, would singers have more longevity over rappers?
I think it depends on what type of singer.
Okay. What would be an example of a singer with longevity and an example of a singer without longevity?
Ooh. Without longevity, I think,
is it genre based?
Or just the way they sing, like power singers. I would think their voices go out faster, not being able to hit those notes versus shit, man. You kind of got me on that because I really wouldn't be able to tell you, maybe like a Prince or something like that.
Or like a Sade. Like she's so mezzo soprano or even lower than that. She doesn't need to hit the high notes so much.
Well, we saw it with Mariah Carey on New Year's.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Well, that's a different thing though, right? It's not, I don't know about her physical singing. She couldn't hear and she didn't want to sing.
Oh, I thought it was because it was all lip sync.
I thought it was a combination of lip syncing and not hearing.
Oh.
So sorry to sound Hillary between you two right now.
No, I think you're right. I think you're accurate. It's just also she couldn't hear it and she didn't. She tried to lip sync, but she really couldn't hear it.
Yeah, just to see her give up and go like, fuck it.
but would it be safer to say in general, the ear test and the eyeball test, singers have more longevity than rappers?
Yeah.
Because like right now, if Snoop were to go on tour, Jay-Z were to go on tour, it doesn't feel old, but if I really objectively step back and take a look at that, it's like, dude, you guys can't rap your old lyrics of anger, and you guys are so settled and fortunate now.
Yeah.
I mean
you're right. But, aside from Jay-Z, I guess, because Jay-Z doesn't really rap about anger. He just raps about how much money he has and what he can spend and all that shit. But, they have to hustle differently. That's for sure.
Do you guys remember the Snoop line phase?
Yeah.
It was 2012 or something like that.
I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Really? I wasn't mad at it.
Because I remember I saw Metric at the Fox Theater in Pomona. And it was like, I was like, when's the next show? Like, who else is coming into town? And I saw Snoop line and just had that Rasta Safarian look. And I was like, you know what? I know I'm not going to get tickets to that, since it's Pomona, nor do I want to get shot. But I wanted to see what the crowd is. So I went back the next night, and I'm at a bar around the area. And I'm thinking I'm going to see like a bunch of like Bob Marley people, like just probably like cater to that. It's the still typical crowd. Like it felt like a 90s feel. Yeah.
Probably because they wanted to hear the classics too.
Now, granted, there's still marijuana. Like, there's still, like, the cats and the fucking, like, you know what I mean? But still, it was just, like, you felt like that type of vibe where, like, it wasn't a mosh pit. It was going to be, like, a jumping or something like that.
Like Dre. I mean, even though he was more part-time to half-time rapper,
right?
I wouldn't want to listen to him rap. What are you going to rap about?
Yeah.
That's true.
Like the FICA score? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Rap about the almost billion he got from Beats headphones.
Right. Thank you, Jimmy Iovine. That's like your hook.
Right.
And with Jay-Z, I think the most genius song that he put out was Death to Auto-Tune for his age range. Because it's like, it wasn't like about trying to out MC an MC. It's like, dude, what you're doing is terrible. Yeah. Auto-Tune. But after that, I don't know what else. Oh, what's a good expiration time for rappers? Mid-30s?
When you say expiration time, what do you mean? Like
the respect, the self-respect aspect of, I could still talk about relevant, radical, for the youth speeches, well, and themic songs and records.
It's not that anymore, though, right? I mean,
it's turn up.
It's turn up. And it's really just about the scene and the vibe you can create. I mean, I think...
So maybe that cuts off the age even lower.
Or it
because you want turn up.
Or it makes it higher. I mean, like like you gave an example, Snoop Dogg. He's just one of those dynamic personalities that can just change into Snoop Lion, come back and do the classics. I mean, he does his own hustle. Kanye, another one, where it's kind of like... If he goes on tour, he's selling out no matter what.
Well, Kanye's still relevant because Kim Kardashian, out in the media. being around these guys.
Yeah.
And this is from 2012.
And
it's 2017 already. Oh my God, it's 5 years.
Goes by fast.
Like people, I would ask them about I would ask them about like Cypress Hill. I would ask them about Biggie. I would ask them about Pharrell, and that was the stage where they were like, Pharrell. I mean, frontin' was cool, but he's starting to put out some corny shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not here to challenge opinion. I'm not trying to give my opinion. I'm asking.
Yeah.
Like, what's the cool cutoff for rappers?
I think current rappers, after 10 years, I think you're done. Like, done. The current ones, the current crop. But if you're one of those special guys, then you could probably go 20 years. Like,
I don't know if Biggie's my favorite over Pac, and that's a different conversation. But I don't know if I'd want to. I know I wouldn't want to hear Biggie rap. I'd probably be interested just to see,
really,
and then be like, okay.
Wow. I think it goes the same for, like, we mentioned before, Old Cella. You still have a crowd for the Rolling Stones.
That's the game changer of the question.
Singers is what you're saying,
or no, for rappers. Yeah. You can still rap, but for your era of people. I
mean, I'm looking at you are the one that introduced me to A Tribe Called Quest, and like the first person that came to mind when you asked that question was Q-Tip, because Q-Tip was like the type of person that inspired so many people back then, and even from that time range, when I'm going back and listening to him, I'm like, oh my God, he's inspiring me. I still believe it's present time. And then to go back and to hear him on the last album that came out in November, I'm like, it doesn't feel the same.
It doesn't.
It doesn't feel the same.
For us, it's okay because then we go into this reminiscent button.
Yeah.
But maybe that's probably the better question or the better answer to my question.
So you don't think that the last Tribe album didn't have it doesn't have the same kind of motivation or inspiration because these guys are old, or is it because the tide of thought is not really for that? I mean, because I think it's kind of like, well, that's what they're trying to do, is to re-inspire. And, I thought it was a pretty good album.
I think I like the effort for the activism.
Yeah.
But I think the execution wasn't in my, like, and I'm the type of person that, like, when I hear a rapper that's about activism, I already side on their side, which is why I like the Fugees.
Yeah, maybe even just in terms of aesthetic. It's like Busta Rhymes is wearing a XXL long. Q-Tip's biceps aren't as firm anymore.
Yeah.
The message has been said, but for the older heads like me and Jay, it's good to rehear it. Mm-hmm. But we're in the age where we should be worried about fucking tater tots for our kids. Right?
Just shaking his head.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Right.
Yeah, that's why groups like the Foreign Exchange, like rapper Big Pooh from Little Brother, he was like, dude, that's what, and Fonte, they were like, I related with Nicolay and we did the Foreign Exchange because R&B singing holds more. I can talk about like regular pain. I can talk about, relationship problems of having a new son and then the second child, they can still be equivocal to the pain that way or the problems. But yeah, I mean, I think all around we said singers do have longevity over rappers, but it's just like with rappers, I remember even Kwame saying like, yo man, rap is like high school. You got 4 years for the B level and under. And then you're out. You got 1 or 2 albums and then you're out.
Yeah.
Can rappers do covers of other rappers?
I think it's sinful unless if it's like in the spirit of hip hop karaoke. Which for those of you listening, Jay hosts LA's first hip hop karaoke crew called the Rhyme Along.
Yeah, yeah.
They can go to therhymealong.com And I'm hoping you can spell rhyme because I can't.
RHYMEALONG, one word.com.
But yeah, it's an interesting evergreen topic. We may have to revisit this.
Yeah, I think so.
Because it's late night. We're motherfucking recording this on the fly. Thanks to Justin hooking us up. And it's just a case of, it's like our world now, because of the internet, it's like the wild, wild west of adjustment.
Yeah. And now there are holograms. So, it lives forever.
Yeah. I guess that's it. Signing off, Plug 1 2.